Hello and welcome to Miss Hannah Loves Grammar. In this video we'll be answering the question, what is an apostrophe? On the face of it, an apostrophe looks just like a comma, except that unlike a comma, it is floating in the air, often between letters of a word. An apostrophe is a punctuation mark, though, that has two very important jobs. The first is to show that one or more letters have been missed out. Often this is because when we are speaking or sharing our ideas, especially in spoken thought, we tend to elide, that means move two words together so they sound like one. For example, there are two words in this next sentence I'm about to read to you that use apostrophes for that exact purpose. I can't stand rudeness, especially when people don't understand the importance of an apology. They sound pretty annoyed. But they also start by saying, I can't, which actually, if you break it down, can't comes from the contracted word cannot, which really comes from the phrase cannot. I cannot stand rudeness. But it's quicker to say, and it's really accurate to write that with an apostrophe because that's what it sounds like. Equally, don't really represents do not. And so the apostrophes that are used with each of these words are highlighting for us that letters have been missed out. That technically we are dealing with more than one word that has been what we'd call contracted down into one word. The other function of the apostrophe, though, is quite different. It's to show possession. And in this case, what we mean by possession is who something belongs to. For example, Ashley's parents are proud of their house and their son. When we read that sentence, we know that it's Ashley's parents. In this case, the parents that we're discussing are Ashley's. And so we learn that Ashley's mum and dad, well, we learn what they're proud of, but it's important for us to know whose parents they are. It's a quicker way of saying the parents of Ashley are proud of their house and their son. So the big function of an apostrophe is to save us time with either what we're saying, or in reality when we're recording what we've said or sharing what we believe in written text, we're simplifying down to the simplest number of words what we are communicating. It's a massive time saver for us as writers as well as speakers. Now it's your turn. For each of the three sentences that will appear, can they be made simpler by using an apostrophe? If it's a yes, decide how and correct it. And if not, explain why not. Hit pause if you need thinking time. It is delicious. And it looks like that, I've no doubt it does. But we definitely can use an apostrophe here to shorten this further. It's delicious is equally accurate. And it's the sound of what we would say if we were discussing it, most probably. They will not accept losing without a fight. As opposed to saying will not, we should say they won't accept losing without a fight. We've brought together will not to be won't. And finally, this is probably the most complicated example. Roman has hobbies that are incredible. They are a sign of his talent. Here, there is a possibility for two apostrophes. Roman's hobbies are incredible. They're a sign of his talent. I've brought together, as opposed to saying he has hobbies, I've just brought together Roman's hobbies because the hobbies belong to him. And additionally, they're a sign of his talent. What we've done is missed the letter A out and brought the two words of they are together. In essence, the function of the apostrophe as a punctuation mark is to either show the shortening of a word and that letters are missing, or to show that something belongs to someone else. called possession. But it's remarkable to consider that it's probably the most misused piece of punctuation, especially when we're considering it within the context of use in an assessment, in a GCSE script, in a job application. It's the little details and the littering of apostrophes incorrectly that we need to break down into some serious grammatical work. So be sure that this series, as you watch it, is very useful on apostrophes, because as we seek to uncover those little mishaps, hopefully it will stop you from making those grammatical mistakes. Why not subscribe to Miss Hannah Loves Grammar for all things English, literary and grammatical?